It's the SFL nights with. It's the SFL nights with AJ Striker. With AJ Striker. It's the SFL nights with. It's the SFL nights with AJ Striker. With AJ Striker. Ashley Jackson about the action. SFL news, come and join with interaction. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, you will leave with satisfaction. Yeah, tell your team and tell your captain. Come and tune in, new episodes weekly. You can tune in from your room in afternoons, and when the moon hits, it's unique. It's the SFL nights with.
Hey, thank you so much, Polly. Man, I would not have that theme song without you. So thank you so much for hooking up that SFL Nights with AJ Striker theme song. I'll always and forever be grateful for that. But what's up, SFL Nation? And welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight or whenever you decided to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. I really appreciate it, y'all. Man, we had some fantastic things that happened over the weekend. I can't wait to bring it all to you. SFLm Action Week 7 was absolutely amazing. Then we also had our SFLm Honors Awards programming, and a couple teams really racked up in that one. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. I also have Week 8 schedule here and the current playoff standings. If the playoffs were to happen in SFLm today, these would be the teams that would make it and where they will fall in the category. Then I have my fourth and goal interview with Mr. Strong Safety Derrick M from the Annapolis Navigators. Then I have kicker Emily Rose for Ottawa Cavalry. And then I have Mr. Max Paul, BKA Matty RX with me, owner of the Florida Storm. Stopped in just for a few minutes just to kind of explain why he decided to go ahead and retire as a coach, things of that nature. So good stuff. But first, let's go over Week 7 SFLm action. So the Annapolis Navigators took on the Salt Lake City Rustlers, and Annapolis won 37-6. The Navigators had 275 yards passing, 67 yards rushing, 342 yards total. Their time of possession was 22 minutes, 14 seconds with 2 mistakes. Salt Lake had 135 yards passing, 80 yards rushing for 215 yards total. Their time of possession was 21 minutes, 46 seconds with 4 mistakes. Player of the game was wide receiver Nick Lockett with 7 receptions, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 19.6 yards per catch. The Boise Mud Dogs took on the Ottawa Cavalry, and Boise won again, 20-17. So that is 2 wins in their column over the past couple of weeks. Congratulations, Boise. Looks like y'all trying to figure it out over there now, huh? Awesome. Boise had 216 yards passing, 212 yards rushing, 428 yards total. Time of possession was 29 minutes, 50 seconds with 3 turnovers. Ottawa had 281 yards passing, 51 yards rushing for 332 yards total. Their time of possession was 19 minutes, 49 seconds with 2 mistakes. Player of the game was running back Douglas Brown with 41 attempts, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, 21 reception yards. Looks like Boise is starting to find that balance in their passing and their running game to make that happen. So congratulations, guys. Madison Lynx took on the Lexington Miners, and the Miners won 31-21. The Lynx had 204 yards passing, 125 yards rushing for 329 yards total. Time of possession was 18 minutes and 3 seconds with 3 mistakes. Miners had 257 yards passing, 54 yards rushing for 311 yards total. Time of possession was 25 minutes, 52 seconds with only 1 mistake. Player of the game was quarterback Jaleel Usman II with 31 completions out of 49 attempts, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 81.8. Lastly, the Tacoma Grizzlies took on the Memphis River Runners, where Memphis won 45-35. Tacoma had 357 yards passing, 184 yards rushing for 541 yards total. Their time of possession was 19 minutes, 39 seconds with 2 mistakes. The River Runners had 252 yards passing, 269 yards rushing for 521 yards total. Their time of possession was 24 minutes, 21 seconds with no mistakes. High scoring game, to say the least. Love it. And player of the game was halfback G.P. Wells with 37 attempts, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, 47 reception yards, and 1 reception touchdown. So congratulations to all the teams that won. For all the teams that lost, back to the drawing board for you. Hopefully you'll be able to pull out a win next week. All right. So, of course, I did not mention at the beginning, but I do have my rookie shout outs for the week. For those that did not make player of the game, but still had some fantastic, made an impact on the game, whether they won or lost. All right. So I have with me for the Indianapolis Navigators, quarterback Gene Struthers with 21 completions out of 29 attempts, a completion percentage of 72.41, 275 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Running back Randy Squarebush with 7 receptions, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 61 long, and 16 yards per reception. Defensive tackle Odette Boudreaux with 4 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. And Odette, you must be leading the SFLm right now in sacks, at least for this year. I see you out here a lot, lady. You're doing your work. Cornerback King Rashid with 3 tackles, 1 assist, 1 interception, 17 yards, and 17 long. And cornerback Stuart Zomella with 1 tackle, 2 interceptions, 49 yards, and 49 long. Impressive. For Salt Lake, on the defensive side of the ball, we have linebackers Golden Dino with 8 tackles, 4 assists, 1 tackle for loss, 2 pass deflections. Strong safety Frankie Cluster with 5 tackles, 3 assists, 1 interception, 4 long, 4 yards, and 4 long. Excuse me. Then I have cornerback Edwin Crow with 5 tackles, 3 assists, 1 interception, 8 yards. And linebacker Bogey Barr with 9 tackles, 2 assists, and 2 tackles for loss. For Boise, wide receiver Honus Olubi with 10 receptions, 141 yards, 25 long, 14 yards per reception. Strong safety Dante Graham with 12 tackles, 3 assists, 3 tackles for loss, and 1 pass deflection. Free safety Jack Nuke with 4 tackles, 3 assists, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception, and 2 yards and 2 long. And linebacker. So for Ottawa Cavalry, I have running back AJ Conway with 15 carries, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 10 long. Wide receiver Doug Day with 7 receptions, 126 yards, 63 long, and 18 yards per reception. Linebacker Declan O'Rourke with 11 tackles, 2 assists, and 1 pass deflection. And free safety Andrew Hubbard with 9 tackles and 2 assists. For Madison, running back Marcus Duncan, 11 carries, 125 yards, 1 touchdown, 63 long, 11 yards per carry. Also, he had 6 receptions, 53 yards, 1 reception touchdown, and went 40 long. Busy. Wide receiver Adrian Ellis with 4 receptions, 27 yards, 1 reception touchdown, and went 10 long. Cornerback Enzo Bolt with 1 tackle, 2 assists, 3 pass deflections, 1 interception for 21 yards, 21 long. Linebacker Nathaniel Diggs with 5 tackles, 3 assists, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 pass deflections. And linebacker Matthew Alivardo with 6 tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss. For Lexington, wide receiver Zachary Patterson had 5 receptions for 51 yards, 1 reception touchdown, while wide receiver David Gears had 11 receptions, 100 yards, 19 long and 9 yards per reception. And kicker Brooke Basil with 3 field goals made out of 3 attempted, 50 long. Then I have cornerback Ty Woodson with 5 tackles, 1 assist, and 1 pass deflection. Defensive end Corey Dobbins with 1 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pass deflection. For Tacoma, wide receiver Mike Savage with 9 receptions, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns, 74 long, 18 yards per reception. Wow. Wide receiver Shane Kaufman with 8 receptions, 107 yards, 30 long, 13 yards per reception. Running back Brad Jones, 16 carries, 184 yards, 1 touchdown, 76 long, and 11 yards per carry. Free safety Orlando Grimm with 12 tackles, 2 assists, and linebacker Errol Fields the 4th with 10 tackles, 6 assists, and 3 tackles for loss. Lastly, the Memphis River Runners, quarterback Cyrus Jive with 25 completions, 31 attempts, 252 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a quarterback completion percentage of 80.65. Wide receiver Israel Adams, running back Terrence Weary and tight end Caesar Ackerman all received 1 touchdown apiece in this game. Strong safety Jacob Morrison had 8 tackles and 1 assist. And lastly, linebacker Matt Anderson had 6 tackles. So congratulations to all of you out there. If you did not hear your name on this list, please don't be discouraged. There's always next week. All right. Then we have our scheduling for week 8. So I don't have the actual times. The times will be located in the description. Also, if the graphic is ready by the time I actually post this, then I'll make sure that the graphic is there so you can see what the times are. But again, SFLm games are on our SFL YouTube channel. You can check those out. They will be taking place this Saturday, December the 11th, and it will be the Lexington Miners taking on the Annapolis Navigators, the Memphis River Runners taking on the Boise Mud Dogs, the San Jose Flight taking on the Madison Lynx, and the Salt Lake City Rustlers taking on the Ottawa Cavalry. So if everything ended today, if everything ended today and if the playoffs were right now, let me tell you who would actually, what position everybody would be in. Give me one moment. Okay, so current playoff standings before week 8. So Annapolis is still sitting pretty undefeated at 6-0. Madison Lynx are now 5-1. They lost their game. Followed by Memphis River Runners at 4-3, and the Lexington Miners at 3-3. So if they ended today, these would be the contenders for the playoffs. But nobody's out of it yet. Tacoma sitting at number 5 at 3-4. Salt Lake is sitting at 2-4. San Jose is sitting at 2-4. Boise is sitting at 2-4, and Ottawa is at 1-5. And according to the graphic, again, there is no one that is out of the standings as of right now. 4 teams made it to the postseason. The 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3 teams are in the semifinals. Playoff scheduling semifinals will be on December the 22nd, and this will be the 4th SFL championship. And it will be taking place, the championship game will be taking place on Wednesday, December the 29th. So that is going to be exciting ball to watch. I can't wait to see what happens. We are going to be sliding over to SFL chat around the water cooler. And the honors took place. The SFLm honors took place, and very exciting. Of course, they opened up the voting to everyone in the community, and it was over 200 votes in total. And I think that has probably been one of the most participated votes. I'm not quite sure. I have to actually check with Cam on that, but I don't think it was 200 last season. So let's go with the results for those. Now, for MVP for season 17, congratulations, Jack Wigmore for Baltimore Vultures for winning that award. For Offensive Player of the Year, Player of the Season for season 17 is Mr. Phoenix Jones. He is a running back for the Mexico City Aztecs. Then we have Defensive Player of the Year for a season. I keep saying year. Defensive Player of the Season for season 17, Mr. Saron Yates IV, and he is the defensive tackle for the Baltimore Vultures. Kicker, Otis Boudreaux, Special Teams Player of the Season, as he missed absolutely no field goals this season. Congratulations, Otis, and he is on the Louisiana Revolution. Another Baltimoreite took Offensive Rookie of the Year, and his name is Mr. Jimmy Hazards. Congratulations. Defensive Rookie of the Year, a season, is Mr. Cody Griffith for the Queen City Corsairs. Moment of the season is when the San Diego Mavericks had their first win over the Arizona Scorpions. And this was their first win actually ever. So I guess, I had to help you out somehow, I guess. But no, congratulations to y'all. And let's see. Game of the season was Baltimore versus Mexico City in the semifinals, 45-44. That was a great game. All right. Then coaching staff of the season is also taken by the Baltimore Vultures. They won the championship this season. This is their second ring. So, of course, you had to give accolades to the coaching staff over there for that. TJ, T-Pat, Jack Wigmore, all of them did a fantastic job over there making that happen. And the last two awards, actually the last three awards of the night, owner of the season was Mr. Eddie Gage. Actually, congratulations, Coach. And something that really surprised me that I was not expecting. Well, these last two, actually, I really wasn't expecting. I'll tell you why in a minute. Front Office of the Year was Arizona Scorpions, myself, and DJ Moses. Like I said, I was thinking that Queen City was going to win that one. I know that I voted for Queen City. And it's an honor to be thought of as the front office of the season, for all the accolades that we do and how hard we work. I really don't even know what to say, except thank you for the votes. And even me being voted as community ambassador for season 17 as well. I've often said that this award means a lot to me. It always has. And some people just look at it as a title. Some people just look at it as, cute little name, things like that. But for me, it always meant if you voted me in for a community ambassador, that means you represent the community in all that you do, which is what I do with these podcasts, when I'm out on social media, things like that, because this place is a good place for people, for the community. period. It's always been one of those places online that you can go to and actually feel welcomed. You do have certain esports leagues that you'll get involved in and you don't know where to go. People are not trying to help you figure things out, and you find yourself discouraged. But the SFL was never like that for me, and for all the people that I talked to on my interviews, they always say the number one thing that either keeps them here or that brought them in, besides the games themselves, was the community and the Discord. So, again, thank y'all so much. This is my 5th time winning this award. And it means a lot. Every time you guys give me that award, it just lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. So I appreciate it. And, congratulations to everyone that won awards. Congratulations to everyone that made the all-star teams as well for the East and the West. It's going to be a fantastic game to watch. Special shout out goes out to Arizona Scorpions teammates DD Sachs, Joey Tropicana, TJ Punk, Cliff Allen, and Sean Crooked for making the all-star game. Good luck, gentlemen. And I can't wait to see who wins. I think the West won last year, so it'll be interesting to see how everything works out. But again, congratulations to everybody. Let's stay tuned for my 4th and goal interviews coming right up. All right, and welcome to my Rookie Nights interview. First up, I have Mr. Justin Lipinski, aka Amelia Rose. How are you?
Good, Ashley. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to the SFL, man.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has. Now, for those who don't know, I actually know Justin from other leagues, and he is my coach, actually. And he has been so good at giving me advice on how to progress my players, things like that, things of that nature. I know that he's going to be a shoe-in here, so it's gonna be good to know Justin. Do you have the game? Do you have All Pro?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The only football game that I ever played was backyard football, so that's the only football games I'm familiar with.
Got it. Well, I'll tell you what. If you ever get the game, Justin, he would be the perfect scout, coach, everything, because when he goes down deep into like progressions and understanding how that game is played, this is your guy right here, guys. Hopefully you'll get the game so I can get you a job, man.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to now.
Yeah, you have to. I'm gonna talk you up.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's get to know you. So, we already know your name is Justin. Give us your hometown, interesting fact about yourself, like who exactly is Miss Amelia Rose, and your favorite football team.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so obviously my name is Justin Lipinski. Right now, well, I guess I'm currently living in Cambridge, Ontario. We moved here 2 years ago.
Okay.
From Ontario, though. And the reason my player's name is Amelia Rose is because it's after my daughter, who, when I first joined my first sim league, we hadn't officially chosen the name yet, and it was kind of my way of making sure that was the name we wanted. So I made my interesting fact about me. I used to be a pro gamer in other games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive and then Rainbow Six Siege. And my favorite football team, so I'll be real, I don't watch a lot of football now, but based off playing backyard football, my two teams that I just liked was the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers, which I've learned, I think they're rivals. So I feel like as I say that, people are shaking their heads right now, but I'll learn. I'll learn.
Yeah, you will, because I'm a Bears fan.
Oh,
So,
okay. So
you know,
I'm assuming the Bears are rivals then?
yes, for a
Okay.
very long time. Now,
All right.
you kind of did all right, when you were talking about the 49ers. Then you just slipped up and said that green and gold. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll work around that.
All right. Well, I also I don't know how long it was now when I think it was the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had the Super Bowl, and I think Wiz Khalifa made black and yellow.
Yes.
And then Lil Wayne made green and yellow, and I fell in love with the green and yellow song. So that just helped the situation.
You just had questionable choices that you made. That's all.
There we go. I'll learn.
So, tell me, how did you find the SFL in the first place, and what was the first game you watched?
So I found out about SFL pretty much as soon as I joined my first ever sim league, which was Goals, because I think everyone in that league, or most people, know of or are in or have mentioned SFL. So I've heard of it. I never really got into it just because I didn't know much about football, so I didn't want to commit. Well, I was new to sim leagues, so I didn't want to commit to a sim league in a sport that I don't know fully and in a game I don't know fully. And just over time, I joined other ones, and I thought I'd give SFL a shot. And in terms of the first game I watched, I'm assuming you're talking about SFL.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So today I watched, I think it was the last championship game, because I joined literally 2 days ago, and I just found the YouTube channel, so I started watching I think it was the Florida. I don't know who the other team was, but the Florida championship game.
Yeah, the Florida Storm and the Baltimore Vultures, of which Baltimore won.
Yeah,
that's their second championship.
Wow. And you guys are in this 18th season, I think, or
yes.
that was the 17th season,
this was
right?
The 17th. We're coming up on the 18th season. Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome.
It is. Can't find too many leagues like this, and since you're fairly new here, you'll find out why people stay. I say it's the community. I say because when you come in, you're a part of different esports leagues, so
right.
Every Discord can have a certain feel. Every game day chat can have a certain feel. I love the SFL's game chat because everyone is so involved. You have people really engulfed in the game. Sometimes they're fussing at Ref 62 for not calling something. Sometimes, they're harping on how bad their player or how good their player is doing. So it's good to you'll see, trust me.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And I mean, that's kind of what I look for. Like, obviously I've joined other leagues, and, I left them quickly just based off,
toxicity
how
levels.
The initial environment was,
Mm-hmm.
how the environment was, and obviously joining SFL, it was like instant. There's obviously a lot of people in the Discord, and it's not like I joined and was lost in the shuffle. A lot of people reached out, and whenever I had a question, it was always answered. So that's always a good way to start.
Awesome. Now that alludes me to my next question. How easy was the process of you actually joining? Like deciding that you wanted to join, then actually jumping into Discord, being selected to go to a team. How easy or how hard was that process?
Yeah, I would say it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was easy. Obviously, it takes some reading. Especially joining any league, right? You got to find out the process. I mean, in terms of getting into obviously I went through the Discord, through the website, and read through the steps. The first initial steps were quite clear. How to sub, how to create your player, and then joining in. So it wasn't simple, but it wasn't difficult. I didn't need to ask a million questions. A lot of it was straightforward. Most of my questions were just about player build and positions and all that. Just getting started on that end. Okay,
so was kicker something that you wanted to do, or is it something that was just offered to you or suggested?
No, kicker was the position that I chose going in. To be honest, when I joined, I figured that would be a position that was taken. Like, it wouldn't be openly available, just because, every team has only one kicker, and I feel like all those niche positions are filled up in other leagues really quick. For example, in hockey, goalie is probably the most sought after position. But obviously QB, running back, wide receiver for football would be the most sought out, but I didn't realize kicker was kind of scarce in the league, but it's a position I like. It's a position I played in high school and rec football, so it was it was a good choice for me.
Awesome. How good were you in high school?
Not that great. Not that great. Not in high school. But me and my wife ended up joining like a co-ed flag football. There's like different levels, like there's amateur and then like co-ed competitive. And I felt like I got better there when I hit puberty a little bit, because in high school I was still a little small and like 120 pounds. So
okay, yeah, just don't get hit. Oh Lord, don't get hit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned your wife. Does she have any intentions on joining the league too? We have a lot of females doing a lot of good things here.
Maybe one day. Okay. I know she's in one with me right now, but she's not too into watching sports right now. We just got into hockey because I watch it a lot, but I feel like as I'm in it, and the more I get into it, I'm sure she'll be interested soon. That's kind of how it worked out with the hockey sim league. So
phenomenal, and that's fun too. I wanted to be a goalie, but I think I like my position. We got championships. Well, so hey, that's all. Yeah.
You're crushing it. So
trying, man. But if I didn't take your advice, I wouldn't have. So if a team wanted to select you for a different position other than kicker, would you be willing to do that, or would you just prefer to be a kicker?
To be honest, I didn't know that was an option, like being selected and then I guess asked for a different position. I do, I'm a team player, but in a situation like this, I'd hope if someone was going to take me, they would, talk to me first, just to see where my head's at. Ideally, I'd probably want to stay kicker. If there was another position to play, I'd probably choose like wide receiver, but I'm sure no one's, asking kickers to switch to wide receivers right now. So I'd probably say I'd prefer to stay kicker for now. But if a team wanted to reach out and they had a certain position that they needed to fill, obviously we can chat then. Awesome.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you have your heart set on a certain position, then do that. But you never know what could fall in your lap. Just like I signed up to be a wide receiver and defensive end, and the quarterback position just happened to just be offered to me, which is like somebody giving you a golden ticket to Charlie's Chocolate Factory or something, So
yeah. Well, if someone wants to offer me a QB position, I'll listen.
I gotcha. So, since you joined Ottawa, what is your initial thoughts on the locker room? Since you haven't actually taken the field as of yet, you will probably this Saturday, but what are your initial thoughts on the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, right away, a lot of people welcome me. I find that there are leagues where when you join, especially a minors team or an affiliation team, it could be quite dead sometimes, just because not a lot of people take minors seriously. But no, it was awesome. I was welcomed. I had questions, people answered, and it was nice. It honestly feels like I'm right in it. It didn't feel like anything slowed down from joining the league, which was awesome.
I like that. So do you plan, 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Do you plan on getting involved in the league in any other aspect besides being a player? I know most people kind of want to just chill and relax and kind of enjoy their time as a player, but do you do graphics? Are you interested in stats or broadcasting, anything like that?
Yeah. So, generally, let me start. In a league like this where I'm not familiar with the sport, I know, like I've watched football and I know the rules, but I don't know every single rule. So in terms of that end, I'm going into it as a player, but I also went into a number of other leagues as a player, and halfway through the season have come out as either an owner or some sort of person that helps the team. So I'm always open to it, and maybe a season or two down the line when I get comfortable, I'd definitely be into it. In terms of league stuff like stats, I'm a part of the stats team in another league. I help create sheets in other leagues as well. But I'd say right now, if there's a team that's looking for someone that's more active and maybe wants to take on a bigger role in the team aspect, I'd be open to that and see what opportunities there are. But right now, I just want to get familiar with the league and the stats and, my player and what makes sense, for a team and for a player.
Okay. Any personal goals do you want to try to meet by this time next year? As far as real life in SFL, maybe
yes.
One season without a miss.
Yeah. Well, it'd be cool to be, one of the, I guess, I don't know if there's like a rookie kicker of the year, but I'd always shoot for an award like that. Get my player noticed in the league.
Right.
But also, joining a good team and, if they're, taking a bigger part in the league, whether it's just being active and helping new people come in, or if there's certain roles on a team that they're looking to fill, that'd be something that would be cool to see this time next year. And in terms of real life, that's a good question. I think right now, just with where I am with my family, honestly, just be, a good dad to my kids, because they're the most important thing to me right now. One's 19 months, the other's turning 3 months. So, I just want to connect with them and be a part of their life. And I think that's a goal for me.
Absolutely. I second that, third that, everything. That's
yeah.
Good choices. I know I said it was one more, but I realized I missed one. What
No.
are your expectations from the team that drafts you? And then what type of personality are you going to bring to someone's team overall?
Yeah, in terms of expectations from a team, obviously, winning's awesome. Not every team can win. So I'm not looking just to be on the best possible team there is or have the opportunity to be on the best team, but a team that wants to build from the locker room out, because having a good locker room for a team is key, because if you don't build from there, if a team struggles in any way or there's tension, it doesn't make the league fun, and that's just something I've learned through other leagues. So just a good locker room, good management where they keep people active and do things to include the team in any way. And then in terms of what I can bring, like I said, I've taken on larger roles in other leagues where, I'm not here just to not say anything and then do my bare minimum once a week progression. I want to be a part of the team. I want to be active in the locker room, and not only that, but be active in the league and, make friends in the league, because that's what this is all about, right?
Right. And I'm sure you will not have any problems. You will not have any issues. Well,
awesome.
That was awesome. Awesome.
Thanks for the interview. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions for me before I let you go?
No, I don't have any questions. I think I'm just excited to see the first game. Hopefully I'm playing on Saturday. I think that's when the
I hope so.
next Niners game is.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
I want uprights, straight through the uprights, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't. I'm gonna say, Coach, wait.
Well, then you're gonna have to show me what to do to get it in between the uprights.
Listen, I better just concentrate on not throwing an interception.
There you go. One job.
But listen, thank you so much for being on, but I can't let you go without giving you the last word. So that could be a song that you want to sing or a poem that you want to recite or just a simple shout out. But right now, Justin, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, oh man, I guess I'll shout out my daughter, Amelia Rose, who's based off of the players in my leagues, and my son, Eliash, who is based off my wife's players, who hopefully will join one day SFL. Sounds
good to me. I absolutely love it. Thank you for being on. Of course, come back whenever you feel like it. Draft time, you want to come and explain or give us your feedback on the draft and that whole experience. Be happy to have you, okay?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, Ashley.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
All right, and welcome back to my Rookie Nights interview part 2. And I have here with me Mr. Derrick Olson, also known as Derrick Meerkat, strong safety for the Annapolis Navigators. How are you?
I'm good.
I bet you are. Y'all undefeated. You should be.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the league. And I'm hoping that you're having a good time. We're going to talk about that. I'm sure you are. I have the questions here for you. So let's get to know you. Who are you? What's your name, your age? Well, I think we already established your name. So your age, your hometown, some interesting facts about yourself and your favorite NFL team.
My name's Derrick Olson, not Meerkat. I am from Mankato, Minnesota. Interesting facts about myself. I like playing video games, love football. I love board games, D&D, pretty much a gamer nerd. And my favorite NFL team is, and everybody's going to hate me for it, but I'm a big Pats fan.
Well, at least you didn't say Green Bay like the other one I just had.
Oh, I wouldn't say Green Bay.
Oh man, so Pats with Tom Brady or without, or it doesn't matter?
So when I grew up, nobody in my family were big sports fans. I started watching baseball first, and I was a big Red Sox fan.
Okay.
So I decided, hey, if I'm a big Red Sox fan, maybe I'll just go all Boston team. So I'm a Boston sports guy.
Understood. That's where you came from. I get it. Just tell Tom to stop, taking the air out of balls, and people won't be so mad at him.
Yeah.
But tell me, have you ever played sports before, Derrick?
I played a little bit in school, but not really. I wasn't really that into it at that young of age, but it wasn't until about high school where I really started getting into sports. And by then I was just kind of the nerd kid. I was in drama, theater, that kind of stuff.
Nice. So did you ever want to pursue a career in acting at any point, or you just something to do?
When I was younger, that was a dream of mine, but it just never was in the cards, I guess.
Got it. Hey, you never know. Certain opportunities, depending on who you know, can arise, and you'll be able to do some things. Like I'm working with the owner of Jacksonville. His name is Frank Gooden. He actually has a novel that he is turning into kind of like a play that we're going to perform live. If I'm selected to be a part of the cast, I've never done voice acting or anything like that. I've always wanted to, but sometimes when you step outside the box and join leagues like this, you never know who you run into and what other opportunities may present themselves. So, hey, you'll find it if that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, I hear you. The league is definitely a outside the comfort zone for me. I mean, I'm a introvert, but when I get around people I like, I'm a huge extrovert. So it's been fun for me.
Gotcha. I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself, man. And how did you find the SFL, and what made you join?
So I was on YouTube looking for, because I used to follow a lot of people that play Madden and do like rebuilds and stuff. And I was like, it'd be cool to watch a football thing where it's, teams that aren't real NFL teams and kind of like a simulation. And then I happened upon the SFL, and I've been watching it for probably 4 or 5 seasons now. And I finally just decided to jump into it because I kind of thought, well, it's probably kind of hard to join. But then I was like, oh, it's not hard at all. So
good. And so tell us about that process from you joining. You said it wasn't hard. So from you joining the Discord to you being placed on a team, selecting your player, things of that nature. How was that experience for you?
Good. Because I originally, I was watching a game, and because they always talk about, about joining that SFL and how just hop on and join the league. And I was like, I'm going to check it out. And then I saw that, it's just as easy as signing up and paying a monthly thing or however you want to do it. And then I was looking at the player claims, and that's when I decided to go strong safety, because my original thought was I wanted to do running back, but it's so hard to find a running back because everybody wants to be a running back. And I remember growing up loving to watch those strong safeties hit hard, those guys that just smash the running back, smash the receivers, and just destroy them. And I was like, you know what, that's my spot.
Got it. Because that was going to be my next question as to whether that position was the only one that was available or whether you actually selected that. So that's good to know. But if somebody wanted to draft you as another player, I knew. Go ahead.
I knew that the only one I wanted to play on offense was running back, and when I saw that wasn't available, I knew it was going to be defense. And I know strong safety just spoke to me because there was plenty of other spots open in defense, but that was the one that really spoke to me.
Okay, I got you. And you got to be happy. You're paying your money. You'll need to be in the position and play the position that you would like to play. That said, though, would you be interested in switching positions if someone says they want to draft you for another one, like a cornerback or even a lineman, something like that? Would you want to switch, or do you want to just stay where you at?
I like the secondary. I think I would definitely be up to switching to a different part of the secondary. It really all depends on the team. If I got a team that wants me, that I know that they're a good team and we really click well, and it's a team that I want to be on, then 100%.
Okay, awesome. So what do you think about your players so far? I mean, you guys are you're undefeated right now. Tell me about your player, what you like about him, and how you progressed him, and then about your team, about the season you guys are having.
My player, I think I don't really have the best stats in the league, but every game I seem like it's solid, I haven't really had any just straight bad games. So that's definitely a big plus for me, not seeing my players disappear, in a game. Mm-hmm. As far as a team, we're killing it, and my teammates are amazing, and our coach is amazing. And when I progress my player every week, our coach kind of lets us kind of do our thing a little bit, but I always bounce ideas off him and say, what do you think? How does this sound? He gives me ideas. And, I usually go pretty much with what he says if he has a good idea, because he's been in the league longer than I have. He knows what he's doing.
Gotcha. And do you want to be involved in the league in any other aspect, like broadcasting or stats team, or maybe do some beat writing or anything like that?
I put a lot of thought into broadcasting at first, and then I thought scouting sounded kind of cool. But the more I think about it, the more I think that like something like having doing some like articles or maybe a show like yours would be a lot of fun for me. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people, and it'd be a blast for me, I think.
All you have to do is just do it. Find your niche.
We can call it the Meerkat Minute.
There you go. There you go. And you never know. I mean, you could even be a guest on someone's show until you get your own off the ground. But it's really easy to do if you just want to get started. Just have an idea and have the gumption or the drive to want to do it. And even when you don't feel like it, you gotta just stick with it. It's rewarding in itself. But that's good, and that's actually valuable in your draft stock to know that someone will be willing to come in and help with the team, even if it's through a social media standpoint, putting out videos about the team or interviews, kind of like what the Atlanta Swarm is doing with Josh Williams over there, how he interviews the different players in the locker room, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's different avenues. Do what you want here. So what are your expectations from a team that will eventually draft you?
I think my biggest expectations and the reason why I really like Annapolis is, like I said before, our coach, he lets us do our own thing somewhat with progressions. And any team I'd go to, I don't want to feel like rented, Mm-hmm. I want to feel like I have some say in my progressions, and I have no problem, progressing my player to help the team. That's what I want to do in the first place. I want to help the team out, help the team win, but I want to also have a say in it,
Mm-hmm. And that's important because you are.
And I just want a team too that just has a fun. I love Annapolis's locker room. We have a blast there, and that's the kind of team I want. A team with energy, a team that just is hyped all the time.
Mm-hmm. Because that's important even for the times that you're not winning. When you don't have the animosity and the adversity and all of that you're going through, because you couldn't, or the frustrations that you go through because you weren't as effective or things didn't get called your way. Like I get mad at Ref 62 plenty of times because, like, how did you not see that? You got on glasses and you right there and you still don't see it, but that's all the fun in it, and
yep.
You're gonna have a good time overall. And what type of personality will you be bringing in someone's locker room? Because that's important too.
I love to just every time my teammates do something good play, I'm there for them. I'm hyping them up. I'm saying, I see you, man. I see you get that play. I saw you get that pick. I saw you do that, and I like to be that guy that's really cheering for his teammates. And it's nice to have your player do well, and it's nice to be, a name or a face, a big name or face in the league. But it's really nice to see your teammates do well too, and to be the guy that cheers them on and makes them feel welcomed.
Mm-hmm. That is very important. So, name a goal for SFL wise and in real life that you would like to accomplish by this time next year?
This time next year in the SFL, I definitely want to be on a pro team.
Okay.
God willing, I don't know if it'll happen, but it's what I hope. And real life, I'm hoping to cop a PS5 at some point. I've been trying for months, and they just aren't there.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. And I see people on like YouTube doing like giveaways for PlayStation 5. I'm like, where are you getting yours from? Did you order all of them?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I hope you get
it. Every time I look online for them, and you see all those scalpers that it's like $700-800. I'm like, nah, I don't want that much.
And then you mess around and pay for a box. Then you don't even.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. But listen, Derrick, it was amazing to meet you and great to talk to you. You can definitely come back on the show anytime you want to. Do you have any questions for me though before you leave?
I don't know.
Take your time.
What is it? Because you're a GM, right?
Yes.
What's that experience like?
It has its well, all of it is rewarding in the end. But it has its busy spells and it has its kind of laid back spells. When you are on top of everything and when you're talking to people, let's say if I know, for instance, I have certain positions that are relieving. As long as I'm on the ball and make sure that once they actually leave the team, I have someone that's lined up to actually slide in their place. The quicker I do that, the easier my work is. But if I don't have anybody or the options are very limited, like in the fullback position, for instance, we're looking for a fullback and we're going to have to wind up drafting one. The key is there going to be one for us by the time they get down there? So it's like I have to try to balance all of this. I have to try to talk to all the free agents. I'm not the only one. So it's DJ Moses and myself. So we kind of divide the duties, talk to different people. But it's just certain times of the year where we're needed most. And this is it, like off season, trying to get contracts together, trying to balance the salary caps, all of that. That's when you're needed. During the season, we just make sure people are progressing, make sure people are involved in the locker room, trying to come up with different things to keep them involved, all that good stuff. But it's fun.
This is crunch time for you, huh?
It is crunch time, but I was already, I'm prepared. We already have what we need. All we need is a fullback. That's it. That's it. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Just make sure that we try to alleviate as much stress off the owner as possible. Anything that he doesn't have to deal with is better for him, especially if he's an owner / coach like Eddie is for us.
So one more question.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to me for reaching out to GMs and coaches and owners about getting drafted?
Talk to everybody in the information channel. You see everybody's team, everybody's listing. Literally talk to everybody. I think I got on a lot of people's nerves when I first got in because I literally talked to anybody that will listen. I went down their list. Hey, how you doing? My name is Ashley. This is my position that I'm interested in. And if you're interested in, talking with me, then let's do it. And I talk to everybody because you never know who is looking for something, or they might say, you know what, because I talked to this person, because this person showed interest and reached out to me, I'm going to put this person on my board. Also coming on shows like this, trying to get involved with stats, things early before you even hit the field. Just showing everyone that you're out there is important. But when you reach out to people, just be yourself. Don't try to be pretentious. If you want to come in character, then that's fine too. But just make sure that you slide that out of character so we know who you are too, because some people can be a little extra. But yeah, that's all. Just be yourself and understand that we're human. That's it. That we're not sitting in no high 60 foot building somewhere. And no, just say hi.
You got no ivory tower?
No ivory towers. Just come say hi. That's it. Right. That's it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, that was interesting. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me. You'll definitely come back on the show. Maybe we can go over some of these the rest of the games that are coming up in the coming weeks. Maybe some playoff action, things like that. You can come back and have a discussion about it. Okay.
I would love to. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I can't let you go though without giving you the last word. So that could be a song, that could be a poem, or just a simple shout out right now. Derrick, the floor is yours.
I'm a shout out to all my boys and girls in the Indianapolis locker room. You guys kill it. And of course, I can't leave without giving a shout out to my lovely wife, Angela Meerkat.
Yay! She's in the league too, right?
Yep.
Yes. Awesome. We got to get more women involved in the league. It's a great place to be, and then it also gives you something else to do with each other, that's not, just expand the things that you do with each other. Kudos.
We have a lot of fun with it.
Say it again.
I will. I said we have a lot of fun with it.
Awesome. As you should. All right. Well, I'll see you later, Derrick. I'll see you on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too.
What is up, SFL Nation, and welcome back to a special 4th and Goal interview with one of my good friends that has been someone that I could count on for just to be able to talk to, whether it's about SFL related things, about life related things. And I'm always appreciative when this brother has time to be on my show. And his name is Mr. Max Paul, aka Mighty for the Florida Storm owner. How you doing?
I'm good. I am good. How are you doing, Miss Jackson? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo! How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know how many times I've heard that? I smile every time.
Especially if you're in the region too. Oh, you might have heard that quite a bit. Yeah.
All I need to do is be in the video and I'll be good to go. Man, but yeah, I'm doing pretty good overall. It's been a very busy holiday season in the leasing world. Everybody wants to move before Christmas, so you already know how that goes. But
I know how that goes.
How's things been with you though?
We're good. Thanksgiving was good. Got to visit some family on the west coast of Florida. I'm also undertaking this small project I got going where I'm going around, at least for this offseason, interviewing some teams owners and getting their feedback on certain ideas, concept strategies that are going around, as well as getting, introduce them to the viewers that might not know who they are or what they look like or what they sound like. It's good to know that, the owner of San Diego looks like that. Oh yeah, the Optimist. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, it's good to know to kind of put a face, a sound, a name all together to what represent each of the teams out there. So.
You're right. And I think that's very important, which is one of the reasons why I started my show a long time ago, is because everybody has a voice. And I think it's good that you're focusing on the owners, because a lot of times, even though, we're all playing for the same community, some people do get overlooked. Perhaps they just didn't have the time at the moment or whatnot. So I have been thoroughly enjoying your shows. I've been thoroughly enjoying your the questions that you ask and the camaraderie that you seem to have with a lot of people. So you've been doing a really good job with your show.
We really appreciate it. Hopefully we can keep it going and kind of pin down the next set of guests. We'll see how that goes.
So what ultimately inspired you to do that? To start your own show?
I've been meaning to do that for a while. Is just in running a squad and trying to make sure everything is on the up and up, as well as make sure that your real work is on the up and up, and make sure your family life is on the up and up, and make sure that the wife is on the up and up. You only got so many hours in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sleep for this project. You know what? Sleep doesn't sound so bad. So now that I've been freed up a little bit with Art Vandelay coming aboard and accepting to be the head coach of the Storm. Kind of freed me up a little bit to touch on some ventures outside and wrap up some loose ends that I've been kind of dangling in the wind for a while. And now that I'm able to pin some people down, it's nice to be able to, again, to just give them a voice and an opportunity to share their idea, concept, and strategy and ideology as well to the people at large, so they have a better idea of who's what.
Absolutely. And oh man, we're gonna touch on that too. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. When I saw your video that you posted saying that you were stepping down My heart sank. Now, it's not that I don't believe in Art Vandelay or the people that you have vetted to take your spot. Because I believe you know what you're doing and you chose the right people. But it just surprised me because you have been one of the main people. Like when I think of the Florida Storm or the Alaska Storm, I think of Mighty. I think of Mighty being the owner and the coach and doing everything. I think of all the conversations that you and I have had in the past about how, you throw away your playbooks, which is still, it's crazy, but you start fresh and everything like that. And I'm just curious to know, because you did touch on why you're leaving, the burnout, things like that. Was there any other thing besides the kind of burnout with
this time wasn't really burnout.
Oh, okay.
It was more it's time. 5 years, 10 seasons, 5 championship appearances, 3 championship wins. I've coached multiple Hall of Fame players now at this point, and I'm sure there's going to be one more added, soon down the line as well. That's still doing his thing now, playing tight end in San Diego. So it's like one of those, I love coaching. You know what I'm saying? I love being able to have an idea and to just being able to X and know my way and kind of, not chess, right? I love that chess match that, okay, you got this, you got the queen here, you got the rook here, you know what I'm saying? You got your bishop there. Okay, let me move my pawns in this way. And you know what I'm saying? I love that, but it's time for it to let the next generation shine. It's time to let next generation come in and show they're able to carry that mantle, show that they care, show that, they have the best interest of not only themselves or their team, but the league at large, right? To give them an opportunity because, hey, someone was willing to give me an opportunity when I saw that the Crabs defense, back in Baltimore couldn't pressure the quarterback, and quarterback had a picnic, a snack, a nap, woke up, oh, finally a receiver, right? And I'm like, no, we were not going to have that, TJ. I'm running the defense next season because ain't no quarterback going to sit back there like he's playing 7-on-7s. That's not, no, we ain't doing that. So the same way I grabbed the bull by the horns and said, no, I'm going to show you, how defense is supposed to look, right? So now it's time for another, you know what I'm saying? And another to show you, hey, this is what offense is supposed to look. Great job, man, right? This is how defense is supposed to look. Great job, Art. This is how a team's supposed to be run. Great job, Art and Ben, right? Because it's their baby now. Now, once Art got officially signaled and heralded as the successor to run things on for the on-the-field aspects of the Storm, his words, not mine, because we had a discussion prior to. He's like, I'm ready to take care of your baby. Like, it's not my baby now, Art. It's our baby. You got to take care of our baby, right? And our baby's the Storm and the on-the-field product. And so it's their it's their responsibility to take care of, and that's what it is. Like I could hold the fort down for another 5 years, 10 seasons, but to what avail? What am I proving? There's nothing else for me to prove on the field. So why not give someone else an opportunity to show their mettle, to cut their teeth, and if it's not as successful as we're accustomed to seeing, to help them get to the point to where they're there, right? You give them tools, right? I'm not going to tell you, hey, no, do it like this, like that, like this. No, I'm going to explain to you why certain things work and why certain things have not. And I'm going to prepare you and provide you with all the tools. And at that point, you do with it as you please, right? Because you might have a recipe for shepherd's pie. I might have a recipe. No, let's not go. Let's go some a little more intricate, right? I'm Canadian. So I might have a recipe for meat pie. We call it tourtière, right? And you might have a recipe for meat pie, which is your tourtière. There might be 2 completely different recipes, but when you bring it forth, and Chef Ramsay comes in and says, "Hey, what is this dog? Ooh, this is quite succulent. Great job, Mr. Paul. Like, Miss Jackson, what about your ooh, this is quite succulent as well now. And I taste some rosemary in there, right? So it might be 2 different, right? 2 different tasting meals, but they're both called the same thing, and they both get the same result. They fill you, and they're just savory, and right? So that's my point. So if I provide you with the tools, provide with all tools available, and you do things differently, which is fine. If you're at the end of the day, you're still winning, and you're still, kind of high. But now at this point, you're winning with your imprint, which is better for you, as opposed to winning with someone else's imprint, because then you don't get the credit, right?
Gotcha.
Like, hey, you did it with head stuff, right? Because that I've seen and heard that happen, and I don't want that. I want to make sure that we give the flowers to the people who have earned the flowers, not because you're over there. Oh, it's because he told you how to do this. No. He's over there and he did it his way.
I like that. I like your analogy that you used. Easily digestible, and I think people can relate to that. Let me ask you, why ultimately did you choose Art and Ben to run your baby? Because that's tall order.
Ben and I had been in talks for almost, was that 8 months for him to take the job? So it's not like I post help wanted, and the first guy to come in, I'll take it. And it's like, okay, so what do you have the game? Do you understand how to? Oh yeah, I'm a coach in the minors. Like he listed off his. Yeah. Okay, no doubt. And then certain things occurred. Well, now prior to, because Ben was supposed to take over for us season 16, and then some things occurred with Ben, and that he had to take a step back. And I told, hey, handle home. We'll be here. Don't worry about us. If you handle home, make sure home is good. So we just kept in communication throughout all that time. And then once home got settled, he was like, hey, let's do this. I'm like, hey, you ain't telling me nothing but a thing. Let's hit the ground running. And, Bullet led the league in touchdowns. So apparently Ben knows what he's doing. And I was able to sleep well. I didn't have to worry about both sides of the ball. It's a beautiful thing. So now Art and I have been talking for quite a minute. It was kind of, I'm to the point now I have a mindset that I want to, the Hurricanes back in the mid 80s, when Howard Schnellberger took over the Hurricanes, he saw the talent that Florida had, the player-wise, right? And he wanted to put a cap on Florida. He did not want to have these players leave. He wanted to make sure that if the talent is homegrown, oh gosh, dog it, they're gonna play for us, right? Now, mind you, I'm a Gator, saying us like I'm the Hurricane. It's not good, and now my face is on it. I know I'm gonna get some hate mail or threats and all that good stuff, but that's not the end of that. I'm painting a picture. It's a story. Just follow me. All right. So the same way that Howard got a cap on Florida because he wants to keep all that homegrown talent for Florida is my mindset as well. So once I find out Art's down the street, I'm like, man, I gotta bring Art home. So I hit Art up. Hey, Art, what would it take for you to leave Portland? So we were talking, and we've been talking for quite a while. I want to do this, do that, do this, do that, do that. Really? How about head coach? Like, head coach is say, right? So in doing that, and then we chopped it up. We did it Gambino style, over a meal. We sat down over a meal and had some tete-a-tete, right? And then we kind of ironed it down. And like, okay, I'll get back to you, sir. And then he accepted, and now I'm excited because, like I said, he's down the way. And any other players that are in the league that are in Florida, Broward, Dade, West Palm, if you're in the state, holla at your boy. I want to bring you home kind of deal. Because that's where I'm at now. I want to if you're from Florida, I want to bring you home. Right? The Florida Storm, you live in Florida, it only makes sense. Come home. Come, we will make room. We will make accommodations for you. Come home. So that was kind of the thing with Art. He had put some feelers out there a little bit, and I want to bring Art home. I want to provide him an opportunity to kind of show his mettle, to show that he can do his thug dizzle. And now I can't wait to see the plans that he and Ben have for what we're going to look like on the field this year and for the future as well. But like I said, I'm not meddling. It's all there. The only time I jump in is if they say, "Hey, Mighty, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Or "Hey, the Sticks component likes to do this, likes to do that." If you were to, how would you? And I'm like, okay, well, this is what I would. If they like to do this, let's. If they don't like to do that, let's kind of do.
Hold on 1 second. All right. And that's good stuff. You know, the thing is, like I said before, I believe that you did not go into this decision half-hearted. Like I said, you've been working on this for almost a year, damn near. So I definitely understand. And it's good that you do want to give somebody else a shot, you know, especially with one of the cornerstone teams in the league, you know. So it would be nice. I would love to get Ben Jackson and Art Vandelay on to be able to kind of get their take on it, what their plans are. Not necessarily, hey, I don't want to know what's in your playbook, but how do they feel about taking on such a responsibility? Because for me looking in, it's just like, bro, you've been offered like gold. What are you gonna do with it? You know?
I mean, maybe for Art, because he just got in not too long ago. Or right. For Ben's been around with us. Maybe not, coordinating like that, but this past season, coordinating the offense that led us to a championship berth. I mean, at this point, training wheels are off. He got this on lock. Nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about Art's coming in. It's going to coordinate the defense, get with Ben about offensively how they're going to attack things on a weekly basis. There's no worries here. I can't. It's one of those, hold up, you're a mom. You know this. Proud parent time, right? Yeah. When your kids over there, just, you know what I'm saying, whatever sport or whatever field they might be in, whether it be science projects or whatever, and they kick and tail, they get blue ribbons and A+. And you're like, yeah, see my kid over there?
That's my baby.
So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's what I'm saying. So when they do good, we do good. I proud parent. Oh, look at it. It's just so beautiful, right? So that's it.
Dope. This is gonna be dope. Did you experience any turnover from the decision that you made? Like anybody wanted to leave?
Any players leaving because of dissension? No, our guys are. I get that. You know what? At this point, I'm not gonna mince words. Our guys are very mature. Like, you know what I'm saying? They understand. They've been with a lot of our guys. Have been with us when the season we don't speak of, and they were there for the slow rise back to. I want to say back to at least close to where we were in our heyday. And they understand that these aren't half-hearted decisions. These, you know what I'm saying? There's no half step in here. There's no it's throwing stuff at a wall, hoping it sticks. So they all understand that this is done with a lot of very meticulously, and we take this very seriously. So turnovers because of the decision? No. Turnovers because maybe they want to try a new leaf. Test some different waters because, again, it's their SFL journey and they want to, see what's out there and test the waters. Then yes, for that, yes. But as for that, changing of the guard, no.
Awesome. That's good to know. And, you're one of those teams that people don't ever really leave, just like Baltimore. Speaking of which, what are your thoughts on the championship game? Because I've had
there's interference. I can't hear you real good.
So what happened, man? You had it for a minute, and then
what do you mean? What do you mean? What happened? A game occurred where two very good teams competed, and a team won and a team lost. That's what happened. There's nothing. Okay, it's one of those. Eddie hates this. I don't mind it now. Mm-hmm. And players might not get this because they feel differently because we've canvassed and I've heard it said. Mm-hmm. Players they'd rather lose close games than get blown out because apparently there's some disinterest that falls in when you get blown out.
I agree.
As a coach, I'd rather get blown out every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Why? Because that lets me know there's nothing I could have done. There was no fluke. There was no happenstance that occurred. We just got our tails handed to us and the best team won, period, right? But when you lose these close games, it's like, man, I wish I'd have.
Took that play out. Yeah.
But at this point, I'm like, back-to-back seasons. It comes down to the wire. 2 great games.
Yes.
And yeah, it sucks that we got our teeth kicked in twice. But what other teams can say that they played in the last game of the season?
Nam one.
So in hindsight, we had a great season.
Yeah.
We had 2 back-to-back great seasons. It stinks that we weren't able to close the deal. You know, big ups to Denver. And my rival! You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Denver. Big ups to T-Pat and TJ for bringing home number 2. Because they did change some things offensively. They weren't as aggressive as they've been against other teams. And that was kind of expected because we don't really allow big plays, right? If you're going to score against us, you're going to earn it the hard way.
You daggone right you are.
You're going to be like Charleston, having to go 99 yards over the span of 2 quarters in 23 plays, right? You ain't no one-hitter quitters against the Storm. Because if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves. And that's what Baltimore did. They beat us. So big ups to Baltimore. And hey, we're going to keep on trucking.
Absolutely.
It ain't over yet. Season 18, 19, 20, it coming down the road. And I'm sorry to say, I'm pretty sure we're going to play y'all this season. Y'all ain't going to feel sorry for it. Like, you know what? Florida lost the last 2. They lost the last game, last 2 seasons. We'll let them get this one. No, y'all ain't. Y'all going to try to kick our teeth in too. I know, because Eddie told me, how come you couldn't let me win this one, man? Like, no, because it's playoff time. It's time to win. No. So what do I have to say about the games? They were great games, well coached, and that's one thing I do like about SFL playoffs is that the games are so well coordinated, be it Vancouver, Mexico City, be it Arizona, Florida, you know what I'm saying? Be it be it Denver, Florida the season prior, in the playoffs, the coaching is so good that one play changes the game around. One play will change the outcome because of how well and tightly Baltimore, Mexico City, down double digits. I told Ramos, GG, you got this, my dog. I see you in the championship game. Next thing I know, foolishness ensues, right? Why? Because the games are so ridiculously tightly contested in the playoffs. So that's why I love the SFL playoffs.
And it is exciting ball to watch. And I would say, since I've been here since season 12, this has probably have been one of the most competitive years that I've seen, because everyone is getting used to the league, the legend settings, getting acclimated to their team builds and understanding what they need to do in order to, to get those wins. And so watching the pure artistry that ensued this season was amazing. And it gives me hope that things will continue to get better from all aspects. And it's good, even though, y'all broke my heart. Mighty, you broke my heart,
What you mean?
Because, you knocked us out, man. You just, not this year.
Hold up.
Go sit down. But, like you said, the better team won. We did our best to make sure that we accounted for everything, but you can't. It's skill, it's luck, and we knew that was going to be a very difficult game. And we won the first game against you guys in the start of the season. But I guarantee, if I had to choose which one to win,
now realize this, though. Understand this: if the first game goes differently, then you're not facing us in the playoffs that early, because it changes everything. It changes everything, because then the seeding changes, you needed that first one to be able to face the second time.
Yeah. And
mind you, this was the first time I lost to Scorpion Queen. Realize that as well. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So we even.
No, you got me. You're actually 2-1. Y'all beat us season 15. Y'all beat us 17-14.
Oh,
trust your boy.
I trust you.
I know the Storm record book through and through because of my stats man, my paisano, Alex Tomaelo guy, crunches all the numbers for us. And y'all got us twice. And that's why the playoffs for us against y'all was, we had to come correct. Because, like, we can't go down 0-3. That's not going to be a good look. It's going to be tough to come back from.
Well, kudos to you guys. Kudos to your organization. Everything that you do, Mighty. I think that you should teach a class on coaching. I've always thought that.
My door's been open for the past 4 seasons to whomever wants to chop it up or whatnot. And very seldomly do I get asked questions. When I do, I try to answer to the best of my ability. And I also try to give people examples or things that they might be able to test out to see it for themselves. So that's how I've been the past 4 seasons. So whomever wants to ask. Whomever doesn't, your prerogative.
I wonder why. Why wouldn't they ask you? Like, why? Like, for me, if it's something that I want to know, I'm going to go, hey, listen, I don't understand. Can you help me? And if you say no, that's one thing, but I don't foresee you. And maybe it's just the thought processes of people. Maybe they think that, oh, he's too busy for me, or he got his own stuff. Why would he want to be bothered with little old me? It's like, it's not like that. If you need me, I'm here. We're a community. At the end of the day, we all separate teams, but we're all one.
That I know of, I'm pretty good at responding to any DMs.
You are.
I think I have a couple that I haven't responded to because I'm trying to think of the best way to respond. So if there's a DM that has lingered for over a week, let's say, without a response, because I'm trying to think of the best way to formulate my response, because I like to be measured with the words I use via text. Via spoken word, I got buccal diarrhea. I just let it run. But when it comes to written word, I like to be very measured about what I say.
And because it could be taken anyway. Your text can be taken out of context. Maybe it wasn't how you meant it, but to the reader, you're like, oh, he got an attitude, or whatever. So I get that.
Yeah, so that's why. But most of the time, if you DM me within the hour, you'll have a response.
All right. So my last question for you, because I know you're a busy man and you just got off work. I want you to get you some rest. What is some advice that you would like to give to people that want to become a coach eventually? Coach/owner eventually. And for rookies out here, the new rookies for season 8, class of season 18.
Don't do it, run! No. If you want to coach, things you're going to need if you're going to coach. You're going to need the game. That's first and foremost. I don't know how you're going to coach without a game. You don't know what you're looking at, right? You don't know how things work in the game. That's first and foremost. If you're going to coach, I would definitely begin with scouting so you could understand what you're looking at. So you could, if a team comes out in a 2-back set, with 1 tight end, twins receivers, and so that way you can kind of see, okay, they're running I-twins or gun split twins, right? So you could at least see what you're seeing and correlate it to formations that are actually in the game. That's why you would need the game to kind of marry the two. And then, because if you don't know what you're watching or don't know the formation that you're facing, then how can you come up with a defense to stop it? Oh yeah, they're running. Yeah, we're gonna run that coverage again. Okay, what if that coverage allows other things to occur, right? And because you haven't done your due diligence, you start one thing and let 10 others happen, right? So it's one of those. I would definitely, any aspiring coach, let the teams you're currently on or let the teams that you're about to be on know, hey, can I help y'all in the coaching department? Can I scout some games and kind of earn the trust that way? Because very few teams will just let you coach blindly like that anymore. So you're gonna have to earn your trust that way by scouting properly. Scout 2-3 games of your prior opponents, correlated to the actual game that you're watching, so you can see what's what. Don't just put down, oh yeah, they ran to the left. Oh yeah, they ran to the right. Oh yeah, they threw it deep. Like that. I'm sorry, that's not scouting. Like that's not scouting.
Shoot, I can do that.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what personnel they were in when they threw it deep, right? I don't know what personnel they were in when they ran the ball. Were they in quads? What, you know what I'm saying? Were they in jokers? Like, no, you got to be a little more precise when you're scouting. And then as you get better and more acclimated with that, then you'll be afforded more responsibility, or you could pedal that scouting into a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator job elsewhere. Or maybe if you're in SFLm, talk to your coach in the SFLm, because I'm sure they'll gladly utilize the help that you're able to provide them, and they'll be able to coach you up. And those same SFLm coaches, believe it or not, are on teams in the SFL, and they can vouch for you come draft time. Hey, he scouted for me, or hey, he did stats for me. Let's bring him aboard and keep training them and raising them along, because scouting, at the end of the day, that leads to coaching. And coaching, yes, your name is attributed to the results on the field, but as you get good, the league looks better. So at the end of the day, you're coaching to make the league look better, and that's a win-win. It's a win-win. So there you go.
I love it. And that was a message to the rookies as well?
Yes. I mean, we're very happy that you have found the league and that you're in the league. And for those that are looking to have more from their experience, don't be afraid to hit up your coaches, your coaching staffs, or the broadcast teams, or the stats team, or Slyn if you want to write down some articles, or maybe get at Cam if you want to run the socials and get us on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Get us out there on TikTok doing weird dances and whatnot. You want to run the IG gang, run the Twitter gang, put up some quick YouTube shorts, so whatever you would like to, or however you would like to push the league, there's an avenue everywhere. Just don't be shy, don't be bashful, reach out, and let's make this league great.
Absolutely. Mighty, it's always a pleasure to have you on, brother. Of course, you always have a spot on my show whenever you want to, whenever you have the time, because I do know that you're a busy individual. But you're my brother, and you always have been. And your friendship means a lot to me. I'm saying this in front of everybody. It does. You were one of the first people that I talked to when I first got in the league, that I had the courage to talk to. And I'm glad I did, And
yes, 200 episodes ago.
You've been on here plenty of it has been a fantastic ride here. It has been a fantastic experience. I never thought that I would have met so many great people from all different walks of life, from different life experiences, and learning and growing like that. And, you're one of them that I actually did learn from. So I appreciate your friendship, man.
No problem. And though I'm making fun of it, I want to congratulate you on Big 200, because that is no small feat. And I can't, what I'm saying? I know you're going to blow it up big and keep doing what you're doing. And I just want to, I see you grinding and doing what you're doing, and keep doing it.
I appreciate it.
You are the league's mama. So keep doing it.
I do feel like that sometimes. I really do.
Yeah.
But thanks again. And of course, like I said, come back whenever you want to. Perhaps maybe after the draft, or if you got something else coming down the pipeline that you want everybody to know, let me know. But everybody, please check out his show on YouTube. What's the name of your show? Go ahead and plug it while we're here.
It's Elite Podcast. It's on the Florida Storm Football Network. We got we're 2 episodes in. I'm still working on the formatting and whatnot. And oh yes, I'm glad I'm on your show, because I want to put this out there. Any aspiring artists, the way the show is catered, we have intro music. Then I got my small intro, and then we go into the show itself. On the outro, I purposefully put a track on and play the entire track. Why? Because I'm trying to give shine to whatever aspiring artist is out there that wants to shine. Yes, I know we're small for now. I don't intend to remain small for a long time. So kind of one of those get on the ground floor kind of deal. So if you would like your music to be played at the end of our show, hit me up with a track, please. We run a family show, right? Because I don't do after hours, so keep it clean, right? Because we're trying to keep it G and try to make it available to everybody. So, moms and grandmas, grandpas out there, like, what you playing? What is that? Turn that off. No, we don't want that. We want mom, we want mom, hey, what's that? What's that music out there?
Exactly.
That ain't good, right? So if you'd like to be featured, shoot me a DM. Let me give your track a quick listen to make sure that it meets the standard with the cleanliness, profanity and whatnot. Because like I said, I want to make sure that everybody and their mama can listen to it, and I want to turn that off because what's the subject matter? Oh no, no, you don't want that. When they clutch the pearls, it's not good, right? So we want to make sure it's clean, and then I'll feature the entire track as the outro for Elite Podcast. So hit me up in the DM, and I got y'all.
That is a great idea. That is great because we have a lot of talented people. When I did my music battle with Polly Truth, your tight end has a whole album.
Yes, he gets it in. Polly gets it in.
So
while you put me on, I'm sorry, I got Axel Raven, my good sir. Your midweek podcast has been exceptional, and I appreciate. Hold on. I'm flowers. I give out flowers on a regular basis, and I love giving out flowers. I don't care if people may think it makes me effeminate. No, I'm giving kudos where kudos is due, right? So, Axel, I appreciate you, brother. You have come through in the clutch on more than one occasion. For the storm, the new intro logo and outro logo y'all see for the for Elite Podcast. My brother Axel Raven put that together for me. Axel, you the man.
Axel has been doing a lot of great positive things for this league for people that have asked. He's even helped me out on my shows a few times with some graphics. So man, that's the thing, man. You have people that are here that will literally give you the shirt off their back if you need it. And you don't find that in different communities. You know what I'm saying? And you one of them.
But that's weird to me, right? Because that's weird to me. Because to me, I'm like, hold up. I've been given a weird skill set, a weird talent. I have a special set of skills, right? And it's like, why would I not want to share it? Like, no, I'm gonna hog it to myself. No, it's mine. Like, why? No, if I have an opportunity to use my gift of gab and bless Ashley podcasts, or bless my own, or bless Dave's, why would I not? To me, that doesn't make sense. Right? If you're a great artist, be it with a pen or a pencil or a paintbrush, right? Or with a mouse, or with your voice, or with dance, like why would you not want to share that with others? Now I understand if you get to the point where you're big time and you charge because you're at concerts, okay, maybe I could understand. But if you just on the come up, like or most of us still on the come up, why wouldn't you share and put your talent out there for people to consume and to realize what a gem you are, right? To me, it only makes sense. I guess I don't know how that works for others.
No, you're right. Because even that, but you can be a positive inspiration to others to be able to even get their voices out there. For a while, we did not have the content that we're putting out right now. You know what I mean? But it just takes one person to show you, hey, you can do this. Just do it. And then you can draw your strength, your inspiration from those individuals. And then you go out there and be great. So you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. But I thank you for the flowers that you've given me. I really appreciate it.
All day. Like I said, it's one of those game recognized game. And anytime I get to lift you up, I will lift. If you've earned the lift up, I will give you the lift up because there's too many people trying to tear people down. So
absolutely.
I refuse to be that person now.
Same here, brother. You know I got you. I can't let you go right now without giving you the last word. So that could be a shout out, a song or a poem right now. Mighty, the floor is yours.
You want to give me more words to say? Have I not said enough?
No, you haven't. I mean, you could sing. You could sing or do a poem. Cam sung to me last.
What am I, a crooner? What am I, Batman? Like, sing. You hear what I said? Do you hear what listen? If you ever heard Cats in Heat, this sound better than this. No, you don't want me singing on here. Again, Cam, I'm going to give Cameron Mr. Irvine is flower. First of all, Cam, congratulations on your nuptials. Yes, very much so. Big congrats there. Thank you for affording all of us people a venue for us to share said talents, be it on the field or off the field, crunching stats, doing, you know what I'm saying, writing, podcasting, talk about nothing, right? Just affording us an opportunity to just be a group of positive people. I just want to thank you, Cam, because without you, I don't know who this weird looking lady. I don't, right? But because of you, Cam, I know who this beautiful Ashley Jackson is. All because of Cam. You the man.
And I know this wonderful gentleman that is truly a gem for this league. So I appreciate you, man. I really do. But I'm gonna let you go ahead, do your thing, brother, and I will see you very soon. Okay. Thank you for being on.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Looking forward. All right. And that is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate your time of clicking that play button or just hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. Special thanks also goes out to Max Paul, Justin, and Derrick for being on the show. Really appreciate your input. I appreciate you making time for me. And anybody else that wants to be on the show, please feel free to DM me. I'll be happy to have you on. Looking forward to bringing you another great podcast next week, y'all. But until then, stay safe, treat each other well. For Max, Justin, and Derrick, Striker out.